Chapter 1. The Mysterious Mansion. The storm roared around Pikachu, its fierce winds and torrential rain making it difficult for the small Pokemon to keep its footing. Lightning cracked in the distance, illuminating the dense forest that surrounded Pikachu. The sudden gusts of wind caused the trees to sway violently, their branches creaking ominously in the darkness. Pikachu shivered as it stumbled through the underbrush, desperate to find shelter from the relentless storm. Separated from its trainer during the tempest, Pikachu felt a growing sense of loneliness and anxiety. Its heart ached as it thought of its friends, hoping they were safe and dry somewhere and longing for their comforting presence. But Pikachu knew it couldn't let fear and sadness consume it. With a determined spark in its eyes, the small Pokemon pushed onward, driven by the hope of reuniting with its beloved trainer. As Pikachu traversed the shadowy forest, a faint glimmer of light caught its attention. Weary but curious, Pikachu followed the elusive beacon, hoping it would lead to safety. The forest thinned as Pikachu ventured further, the rain-soaked ground giving way to a well-trodden path. The mysterious light grew brighter and steadier, guiding Pikachu to the edge of a small clearing. There, standing tall and proud amid the storm's fury, was an old mansion. Its towering spires and intricate architecture loomed ominously above Pikachu, casting an eerie glow in the stormy night. The mansion's weathered walls and creaking shutters hinted at a long and storied past. Pikachu hesitated for a moment, a shiver of unease rippling through its fur. But the raging storm offered little alternative, and with a deep breath, Pikachu mustered its courage and approached the grand entrance. The massive wooden door creaked open with a groan as Pikachu gently nudged it with its paw. The darkness inside the mansion seemed to swallow the little Pokemon whole, leaving it feeling even smaller and more vulnerable than before. Pikachu's heart raced as it stepped cautiously into the dimly lit foyer, its ears perked for any sound that might betray danger. The interior of the mansion was as grand and mysterious as its exterior. Dusty chandeliers hung from high ceilings, casting eerie shadows on the faded wallpaper and worn wooden floors. Muffled footsteps echoed through the empty halls as Pikachu ventured deeper into the mansion, its curiosity growing with each new room it discovered. Silent portraits of long-forgotten inhabitants gazed down from the walls, their eyes seeming to follow Pikachu as it crept through the gloomy corridors. Spindly-legged tables held ornate trinkets and cracked vases, their contents long gone or hidden away. A sense of sadness and loss permeated the air, yet Pikachu couldn't help but feel a strange magnetic pull urging it to continue exploring. As Pikachu wandered further into the heart of the mansion, it couldn't shake the feeling that it wasn't alone. A chill crept up its spine, and the little Pokemon soon realized that it had stumbled upon a place filled with secrets, and perhaps even danger. But with determination in its heart and the hope of lifting the veil on the mysteries within, Pikachu pressed on, ready to face whatever awaited it in the shadows of the haunted mansion. Chapter 2. The Ghostly Inhabitants. As Pikachu delved further into the enigmatic mansion, the air grew colder, and an eerie silence enveloped the gloomy halls. Every creak of the floorboards beneath its feet sent shivers down Pikachu's spine, and it couldn't shake the sensation of being watched. With each room it explored, the weight of the mansion's tragic past seemed to press down upon Pikachu, threatening to suffocate it with an overwhelming sense of sorrow. It was then, in the depths of the mansion, that Pikachu encountered the first of its ghostly inhabitants. A faint wisp of purple smoke drifted through the air, solidifying into the spectral form of a ghastly. Pikachu froze, its eyes wide with fear as it stared at the ghostly Pokemon before it. The ghastly grinned mischievously, its eyes gleaming with mischief as it floated closer to Pikachu. But, to Pikachu's surprise, the ghastly didn't attack. Instead, it hovered curiously around the little Pokemon, its playful nature evident despite the chilling atmosphere. As Pikachu's fear began to subside, it found the courage to engage with the ghastly, who seemed eager for company. The ghastly introduced Pikachu to the other ghostly Pokemon that inhabited the mansion. Each room held a new spectral friend, from the sly and cunning Haunter to the enigmatic and powerful Gengar. As Pikachu interacted with these eerie yet fascinating Pokemon, it learned that they were trapped within the mansion by a powerful curse, unable to move on or find peace in the afterlife. The ghostly Pokemon spoke of a dark force that had ensnared them, its malicious grip preventing their souls from being freed. With each new tale of woe, Pikachu felt its resolve to help these trapped spirits grow stronger. It couldn't bear the thought of these once vibrant Pokemon being confined to a life of sorrow and despair, their true potential snuffed out by the curse that bound them. But as Pikachu's determination grew, so too did the ominous presence of Gengar, the leader of the haunted mansion. Its chilling laughter echoed through the halls, a constant reminder of the powerful foe Pikachu would have to confront to break the curse. Though its heart trembled at the thought, Pikachu knew that it couldn't let fear hold it back. The ghostly Pokemon needed its help, and Pikachu was determined to see them freed. With newfound resolve, Pikachu set out to explore the darkest corners of the mansion, seeking the knowledge and power needed to lift the curse. The ghostly Pokemon, inspired by Pikachu's unwavering determination, offered their aid in the form of cryptic riddles and hidden clues. These enigmatic pieces of information slowly began to reveal the truth behind the curse, leading Pikachu ever closer to the heart of the mystery. As Pikachu ventured deeper into the haunted mansion, it found itself challenged not only by the dark force that bound the ghostly Pokemon, but by its own fears and insecurities. It was through the friendship and trust of the spectral inhabitants that Pikachu learned the true meaning of courage, determination, and the power of believing in oneself. With each step closer to the truth, Pikachu felt a growing sense of purpose and confidence. It knew that the key to lifting the curse lay within the depths of the mansion, and it wouldn't rest until the ghostly Pokemon were finally set free. Chapter 3: Riddles of the Haunted Halls. Emboldened by its newfound friendships and the determination to break the curse, Pikachu delved deeper into the mansion's haunted halls. The ghostly Pokemon provided invaluable guidance as they shared their knowledge and whispered cryptic riddles that hinted at the truth behind the tragic past of the mansion. These enigmatic clues entwined with one another, painting a complex web of history and sorrow. Pikachu found itself exploring long-forgotten chambers, filled with remnants of lives once lived. The air was heavy with the scent of ancient books and the echoes of whispered secrets, and every new discovery seemed to hold a piece of the puzzle that Pikachu sought to complete. Among the dusty tomes and faded memories, Pikachu uncovered the story of a great tragedy that had befallen the mansion's previous inhabitants, and the dark force that had risen in the wake of their sorrow. The ghostly Pokemon spoke of a once happy family who had called the mansion home, but as darkness and misfortune crept into their lives, the house became a place of sorrow and despair. In their desperation, the family unwittingly unleashed a malevolent force that fed upon their misery, binding the spirits of the Pokemon within its insidious grasp. As Pikachu unraveled the threads of the past, began to understand the true nature of the curse and the dark force that held the ghostly Pokemon captive. The curse was born from the overwhelming grief and despair that had consumed the mansion's previous inhabitants, a powerful and malignant energy that continued to thrive in the shadows of the haunted halls. With each riddle solved and secret revealed, Pikachu felt the weight of the curse's dark power grow heavier. It knew that it would have to confront the source of the curse and the enigmatic Gengar that seemed to rule over the ghostly Pokemon. But as it ventured further into the depths of the mansion, Pikachu discovered that the key to breaking the curse lay not in brute force, but in understanding and empathy. Through its interactions with the ghostly Pokemon, Pikachu learned the value of trust, courage, and believing in oneself. It realized that the power to break the curse and free the spirits of the Pokemon lay within its own heart and the strength of its convictions. Armed with this newfound knowledge and the unwavering support of its spectral friends, Pikachu prepared to face the dark force and the formidable Gengar, determined to bring light and hope back to the haunted mansion. As Pikachu traversed the final shadowy corridors, it knew that the greatest challenge still lay ahead. The path was fraught with danger and uncertainty, but the small Pokemon refused to falter. Its heart was filled with courage, and its eyes shone with the light of hope and determination. With each step closer to the heart of the darkness, Pikachu felt the bonds of friendship and the power of belief grow stronger, guiding it ever closer to the climactic confrontation that would decide the fate of the ghostly Pokemon and the haunted mansion. Chapter 4: The Final Confrontation and Lifting the Curse. With a steadfast heart and the support of its ghostly friends, Pikachu ventured into the heart of the mansion, where the dark force and the enigmatic Gengar awaited. The air grew colder and heavier with each step, the oppressive weight of the curse's power pressing down upon Pikachu. Yet the small Pokemon refused to be deterred, its eyes shining with determination and courage. As Pikachu entered the mansion's central chamber, it came face to face with Gengar, the leader of the haunted mansion. Its sinister grin and chilling laughter filled the room, echoing through the shadows and sending a shiver down Pikachu's spine. But despite its fear, Pikachu stood tall, resolute in its mission to free the ghostly Pokemon from their cursed prison. Gengar, sensing Pikachu's unwavering determination, unleashed the full power of the dark force upon the small Pokemon. The air crackled with malicious energy as the ghostly Pokemon leader attacked, its spectral form shifting and twisting with terrifying speed. But Pikachu, bolstered by the strength of its convictions and the lessons it had learned from its spectral friends, met each strike with fierce resistance. The battle raged on, the small room transformed into an arena of light and shadow as Pikachu and Gengar clashed. With each exchange, Pikachu's resolve grew stronger, its heart filled with the love and support of the ghostly Pokemon who had guided it through the haunted halls. As the battle reached its crescendo, Pikachu felt the power of the curse weaken, the darkness slowly giving way to the light of hope. With a final desperate attack, Gengar summoned the last of the dark force's power, seeking to crush Pikachu beneath the weight of the curse. But Pikachu, drawing upon the strength of its friendships and the courage it had discovered within itself, met the onslaught with a dazzling burst of light. The energy crackled and surged, filling the room with a blinding radiance that seemed to banish the shadows and pierce the heart of the darkness. As the light faded, Pikachu stood victorious, its small form trembling with the effort it had expended. The dark force that had bound the ghostly Pokemon was no more, its malignant power shattered by the light of hope and the strength of Pikachu's convictions. The curse was lifted, and the spirits of the Pokemon were finally free to find peace and move on. As Pikachu made its way through the now bright halls of the mansion, the ghostly Pokemon appeared to bid their brave friend farewell. Their spectral forms shimmered with gratitude and relief, the sadness and sorrow that had once weighed them down replaced by the light of hope and freedom. With heartfelt goodbyes, the ghostly Pokemon departed, leaving the mansion and its tragic past behind. With the curse lifted and the ghostly Pokemon freed, Pikachu stepped back into the sunlight, the once haunted mansion now a symbol of hope and renewal. Its heart filled with pride and the knowledge that even the darkest places can be filled with light. Pikachu continued its journey to reunite with its trainer, ready to face whatever adventures lay ahead.